The good news is Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown were not on the injury report, so they are good to go. Jalen Hurts says, I've felt better, but I have to get it done. And we saw he did get it done on Saturday night, even though he's got that lingering shoulder injury. How concerned are you about Hurts against this defense? Yeah. Because, hey, he got injured when somebody fell on him hard when he was taking on the Bears a few weeks back. This 49ers defense got some big, strong dudes that could not intentionally, like we saw 13 years ago yesterday when it was Saints-Vikings, but just inadvertently, if they get a clean opportunity to tackle Jalen Hurts, they could aggravate that shoulder injury.
Yeah, they're big, they're fast, they're physical, like you're talking about, and you're a quarterback like Jalen Hurts. You run, you get stuck in some tough positions as you're getting tackled, and that's when you get worried. He's going to have to at least keep that in the back of his mind, which I felt like he did last week against the Giants. I felt like when he did run or turn, like he was cognizant of his right arm and his right shoulder and not lowering that for people to hit. I remember one run down the left side where he kind of like turned his back and like kind of tried to spin and take the shot that way so the shoulder didn't have to take the blow. But he looked good throwing the football. And that's where, that's where this game's awesome. We don't have anything to look at from earlier this year. And they played last year in 2021, but it was early in the year, and the Eagles were not this offense yet. They were still doing the round peg into the square hole with Hurts trying to run a drop back pass offense, and that didn't work. So they went to this run and read option and all of that stuff, and they're the best in football at it. They pose problems. But this is probably going to be the team that's going to be best in all of football as far as equipped to stop it. And that's where it's going to be interesting too. The 49ers and the Titans were by far, like not even close to the rest of the league as far as their ability to stop the run this year. I mean, it's like the Titans and the 49ers, and then the rest of the league is like 30 yards down the hole almost in the run game. So that's where they're special. And because of, like you said, Mike, they got big people up front, so I don't think they're going to have to be totally compromised always to go, hey, we got to get more people in the box. And then they got two linebackers that it's the best duo linebackers in football, in Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner. I mean, you could make a case in my book that they're both first-team all-pro linebackers. So that's the interesting part, Mike. And, again, you're meat and potatoes. This Philadelphia offense, we've seen them run on everybody. And they can run, and they don't even care what the look is. Do you think they're going to be able to consistently run on this 49ers defense? I really don't know. What do you think? I know.
Look, I struggle with this game because I've been saying for weeks now the 49ers are the best team in football. And as long as they keep their key players healthy, they are the ones going to the Super Bowl. But then came Saturday night where the G-Men got blasted by the Eagles 38-7. So I'm looking at the Eagles now saying, oh, they've kind of rediscovered their mojo here. They're kind of getting it back. And, just like we were fooled into thinking the Giants were better than they are because of the quality of their opponent in the wild card round.
Yeah.
I don't want to get fooled into thinking the Eagles are better than they are because of the quality of their opponent in the divisional round. That's my concern. I feel like we're overlooking the fact that the 49ers, I think back to that last play from the Cowboys game, as we've pointed out, the Indiana Jones moment where the guy, the big wind-up, and then it's just out comes the pistol and down goes the guy with the sword. The 49ers have that suddenness. They've got that physicality. They've got that thing, that quality that teams just don't see anymore. The Eagles haven't seen it this year. As you said, it was week 2 of 2021. That's the last time the Eagles have seen the 49ers. 49ers a much different team since then. The Eagles a much different team since then, too.
Yeah, that's what's interesting. I know.
But,
right.
The kid, I don't know. I hate the idea of picking both road teams. But, man, I spent all week thinking, if the Eagles what the Eagles are going to do to the 49ers, not what they did to the Giants, but, man, the Eagles are going to be pretty damn – this 49ers defense scares the hell out of me, Chris.
Well, yeah, the Eagles aren't going to do to the 49ers what they did to the Giants. That won't happen. I mean, you're right about that. I mean, the Giants, they did it with smoke and mirrors the whole year, as we discussed. I think we were pretty clear about week 10 of the year where we said there's 3 teams in the NFC that stand above the rest. The 49ers, the Eagles, and the Cowboys. That's what we thought all along. That's what it looks like. And the only thing I'll say to you, Mike, is don't fall in the trap of thinking about the Eagles the last few weeks of the year when they had nothing to play for and Jalen Hurts was not 100%. Don't forget that there wasn't a great motivation or a poker by their butt at that moment. I think you saw them, what their true potential is on Saturday night. And they're one of the only teams I look at in football that can handle the physicality of the 49ers and stand with them toe-to-toe. Again, man, this Eagles offensive line, I haven't seen anybody push them back all year long. That's where I can't wait to see this. And then here's the other thing, Mike. The 49ers are not great man-to-man team. They don't want to play man-to-man, and they don't got anybody that can play man-to-man against these two guys on the outside. So that poses some problems. The 49ers like to play zones like we talked about. They like to play their nickel back where, hey, I'm not really covering the slot receiver. I'm out here making it look like I'm covering them, but I'm ready to fill and help in the run game. So that's where I feel like A.J. Brown, wide receiver screens, Devontae Smith, all that stuff's going to come into play because they're going to go, wait, you're not allowed to cheat, nickel guy. Get out there. There's some aspect of that. And then, of course, the defending of the quarterback run game from Philadelphia is the biggest thing I look at. Because if you can't stop that, then it makes you play all these defenses that are just like horrible pass defenses. And then Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown and Goddard and Devontae Smith are going to tear you apart in the passing game. So that's, to me, the part I look at. Can the 49ers, when the Eagles are in shotgun, can their 6 guys in the box, 4 down linemen, the 2 backers we talked about, can they handle all the things the Eagles do in the run game and slow that down? If they can, then we're going to be in a dogfight, and this game will be really close and whatever else. But if the dam breaks and they don't have answers for it, I don't know if they'll ever slow down the Eagles, and that's going to be one of the key elements of the football game.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.